Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 30 base. Switch up. Shoot.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Down. 50. Plant.
Go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. Kill.
They run with Howard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They were looking for Johnson that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rush in.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. On first and goal, Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On second down, Jacobs. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Oh, you get
To throw on third down. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky going deep here for Stills. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the first down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Hey, Orbit.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Going deep for Walker. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Get him, boys.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Raiders. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Check 13. Check 13. At the Panthers' 4-yard line.
56.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has it up.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Buying time to his left. He's going to take that. Trubisky lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's complete to Williams. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Check 59, right? 93.
Carr now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr to throw again. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check.
Now, Carr again. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And Walker has it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Now! Hey, Delta!
They go play action with Trubisky. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This is Johnson. He's got it. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Light down. 694.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
5.
Here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Pearson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Lets it go for Nelson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
54. Hard. Yo, faster. Ready?
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike 56, Mike 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Pearson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jim.
Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. From midfield, here's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, Roy.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. A critical error there.
Talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
so don't say nothing.
56.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. 59.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Let's get this.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. Eluding the... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers will get the football back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Here's Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They give to Johnson going right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Oakland, They can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.